Welcome back to our channel, my fellow soap addicts. I am literally sitting here typing furiously because I am just so incredibly frustrated with Johnny DiMera right now. Are you kidding me? After years, literally years, of Johnny trying to prove to everyone in Salem that he is not his father, that he is not just another ruthless DiMera villain, what does he do? He goes and pulls the most E.J. DiMera stunt I have ever seen in my life. I am just losing my mind over this. I have been watching this show since 2015, and I have seen Johnny fight so hard to be the good guy, the sweet guy who loves Chanel and wants a normal, honest life. But this week, oh my God, this week completely destroyed all of that. He is officially his father's son, and I am both terrified and absolutely captivated by it. Can we talk about this? Because I feel like I am the only one seeing the massive red flags here. So let's break down exactly what happened, because my brain is still spinning from all the chaos. We are in the middle of the big July 3rd episode, right? It is the 4th of July festivities in Salem. They are celebrating the 250th anniversary of the country. Fireworks are going off in the sky, and it is baby Trey's very first birthday. It should be a happy, peaceful time for the family. But no, EJ calls Johnny in an absolute panic. And we all know EJ does not panic unless federal prison is on the table. EJ reveals that Holly Jonas is literally dying from arsenic poisoning. And why is she dying? Because of the tainted Coraceal drugs from DiMera Pharmaceuticals that were buried on Smith Island. The exact same drugs that EJ has been desperately trying to cover up for weeks. And instead of doing the right thing and calling the authorities, EJ drags Johnny right into the middle of his toxic criminal mess. And what does Johnny do? Does he hang up the phone? Does he march into the police station and tell Ray Fernandez everything he knows? No, he lies. Chanel overhears part of the phone call, and Johnny just straight up lies to his wife's face. I am sorry, but how dare he? Chanel is battling breast cancer right now. She is pregnant, she is exhausted, and she is just trying to celebrate her baby's birthday in peace. And Johnny just brushes her off with some lame excuse about a work call and leaves the party. You do not lie to Chanel Dupree. Remember when EJ used to do this exact same thing to Sammy Brady? He would look her dead in the eye, swear he wasn't doing anything illegal, and then go blow up a building or order a hit on someone. Johnny is doing the exact same thing, and it makes my blood boil. But wait, I am getting ahead of myself here. Let's talk about the actual break-in, because this is the part that really had me screaming at my television screen. Johnny sneaks into Salem University Hospital, breaks into Dr. Sarah Horton's private office, and he is wearing rubber gloves. Rubber gloves. I mean, who does he think he is? A professional cat burglar? A seasoned hitman? The minute I saw those gloves on his hands, I knew the old innocent Johnny was dead and gone. You do not just casually put on surgical gloves to drop off a medical tip unless you are fully committing to a criminal cover-up. He was acting like a true DiMera henchman, sneaking around in the shadows, making sure he did not leave a single fingerprint behind. It was so calculated, so cold, and so completely out of character for the Johnny we know. Or maybe this is who he has been all along? Okay, back to the point. Monday's flashback showed us exactly what Johnny was doing in Sarah's office while he was wearing those ridiculous gloves. He wasn't just snooping around for fun. He was planting evidence, but not evidence to frame someone, evidence to save Holly. He took a heavy medical book, opened it specifically to the page on arsenic poisoning, and left it right on the desk where Sarah would find it. And you know what? It worked. Sarah found the book, realized the symptoms matched Holly's mysterious illness perfectly, and immediately started treating her for arsenic poisoning. So yes, Johnny's little stunt absolutely saved Holly's life. He is the reason she is not in a body bag right now. But that does not make it okay. Am I the only one who sees how incredibly messed up this is? Saving a life does not automatically make your methods harmless or heroic. Johnny knew exactly what was wrong with Holly before Sarah did. He had the vital information that could save a teenage girl's life. But instead of just walking up to Sarah or Kayla or even a random hospital nurse and saying, "Hey, I heard a rumor about arsenic, maybe check for that," he chose the path of maximum deception. He chose the sneaky, secretive DiMera way. He broke the law, he violated a doctor's office, and he created an elaborate cover story just to protect his father's fragile CEO position and keep EJ out of jail. Because let's be real for a second, that is what this is all about. Johnny isn't just trying to save Holly, he is trying to save EJ. And I just do not understand why he is risking his own freedom for a father who constantly manipulates him. EJ is the one who let those tainted Coraceal drugs flood the streets. EJ is the one who knew about the massive mess on Smith Island. And now EJ is sitting comfortably in the DiMera mansion while his son is out here committing felonies. If Johnny gets caught, he goes to prison. Not EJ. Johnny, and Johnny has a sick wife and a baby on the way. It is just so infuriating to watch him throw his life away for a man who would probably throw him under the bus if the FBI actually came knocking. And speaking of the FBI, we all know Rafe Hernandez and Kat Green are building a massive federal case against EJ right now. Kat is working undercover. Rafe is breathing down EJ's neck, and the walls are rapidly closing in on DiMera Enterprises. So what happens when they find out Johnny was involved in the cover-up? Because you know the truth always comes out in Salem. Always. Remember when they tried to cover up the whole Nick Fallon murder years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either. Secrets in this town have a shelf life of about 3 weeks tops. When Sarah realizes that someone broke into her office and planted that book, she is going to start asking questions. She and Brady are already playing detective and hunting down clues about the drugs. They are going to trace this back to Johnny, and it is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Actually, maybe I am contradicting myself here. Part of me is furious at Johnny, but another part of me is kind of fascinated by this massive character shift. I mean, we have always known he has Stefano's blood running through his veins. You can't just erase genetics, right? For years, Johnny has tried to be the anti-EJ. He wanted to make movies. He wanted to be a creative artist. He wanted to love Chanel loudly and honestly. But the minute the family is truly threatened, his default setting is pure deception. The gloves, the sneaking, the lies. It was all so natural for him. He didn't even hesitate. He just slipped into that dark DiMera persona like a perfectly tailored suit. And as much as I hate what it means for his marriage, I kind of want to see how far he will go. Will he start ordering hits next? Will he team up with Dr. Ruff? Where does the slippery slope end? I know some people are loving this Dark Johnny era. I see the comments on the forums, people saying he is finally stepping up as the DiMera heir. But personally, my heart just breaks for Chanel. She is dealing with so much heavy stuff right now. She has this terrifying breast cancer diagnosis. She is worried sick about her unborn baby. She is dealing with her mom Paulina's immense heartbreak over Abe and Lexi. She does not need her husband turning into a mob boss behind her back. When Chanel finds out that Johnny lied to her face at Trey's birthday party to go do EJ's dirty work, she is going to lose it. And she has every right to. Chanel has always demanded honesty. That is the core foundation of their relationship. If Johnny destroys that, he destroys his marriage. And for what? To protect EJ's ego and a pharmaceutical company that is literally poisoning people? It makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't shake the image of Johnny in those gloves. It was such a small detail, but it spoke volumes. It showed deep premeditation. He thought about it, he planned it, and he executed it flawlessly. He is smarter than EJ, and honestly, that makes him way more dangerous. EJ is sloppy. EJ yells and threatens and throws massive tantrums when he doesn't get his way. Johnny is quiet. Johnny smiles at his wife, kisses her cheek, and then goes and commits a felony without breaking a single sweat. That is terrifying. That is pure Stefano DiMera energy right there. And I am dreading the moment the other shoe drops, because it will drop and it is going to crush everyone in its path. So what do you guys think? Am I overreacting, or is Johnny officially crossing the point of no return? I want him to protect Chanel, not EJ. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I need to know I am not the only one losing sleep over this storyline. I am going to be watching every single move Johnny makes from now on. The DiMera curse is real, and it looks like it just claimed its next victim.